Hi, hello, my people. Good day to you. It's good to have you back on the broadcast. This is the chat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you reaching out to us. How are you doing? I hope your day is playing out just fine. It's good to have you on here. This is the chat. This is the chat on Naija Watch. Welcome. So we don't have so much time to spend on this broadcast. It's going to be brief. So join in early, join the conversation early, and let's hit it back to back. To my panelists, I salute you all. The link has been posted on the comment section. If you'd like to join the conversation, please click on the link and be right here with me. Let us dissect what is happening in our country. All right, so let's. Okay, so greetings to each and every one of you, right? I've done that already. So let's move on into the business of the day. Yiksha, how you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Hello, Yiksha. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see what we have on here first. Hmm. Okay, we will start with the story that has to do with the president. For the obstinate son, the president again is saying that he is eager to return to Dara. I have never seen I've never seen anything like this. This is more than in the last 3 months. This is more than the third time it is, coming out in the papers that the president is saying, is eager to go. He cannot wait to round off his tenure. I mean, you can already tell the burden. You can tell that, he's had it up to his feel. He cannot push anymore. He doesn't want this anymore. And I am just asking, why not resign? If if you've gotten to this point where you don't want to do again, instead of telling us every time, I cannot wait to go, I cannot wait to, hand over to the next person, why not just resign? Do the honorable thing to resign. All right. One would expect that, but no, don't, that came to mind. But right now I'm saying, no, don't, that will not be a good time for you to resign. There are lots of Nigerians that need you to explain what is happening. There's chaos happening on the streets of on the streets of Nigeria, where this is a media personality by name Kemi that narrates how she almost got lynched for using the new Naira notes to purchase an item. And before we talk about this, I'm also going to play a video. So you don't believe this, there are also videos. There are lots of videos out there. People are, posting reactions, catching reactions of the new Naira from these local vendors. At the other time, a lady was in the bus and she couldn't pay for her fare because the conductor refused to collect the new Naira, saying that this one I do not know, but that other Naira, even when my eyes they close and all I just need to do is to feel it, and I know that we're right on track. But this one, I've seen people, refusing the money, so they need to do lots of sensitization out there. And this one, where CBN release money don't finish now, now, now. There's also a video that just gives us an highlight of where those money could be and why money finish already. All right, let's take this video of a civilian that was out to purchase an item with the new Naira, but the money, the merchants refused to collect the money because he no know the money. Let's watch this video.
Which one you go collect? Let me play Jared. Collect one.
You know collect. I work you know collect.
Now real money take now.
Me I don't sabi this one. You don't sabi that one? I work you say.
All right, that is about that video. You can see that the Aboki refused to collect the money. Say no sabi that one, and not just you will not say na only Aboki no sabi. The other one, I mean, that was a conductor, and I think that conductor was either Yoruba or Igbo. He also does not know the money, so it has nothing to do with where you are from or where you are. It's just a general thing. People down to this, the local, the market women, the men down there, the vendors. They are not even aware that there's a money change. They are not aware how much more to even familiarize themselves with, update themselves with that information. So there is wahala. Okay, you cannot be saying you cannot wait to go to Dara. As little as money, we need to be able to identify our money. They should push that. They should have publicity. They should go to the market and let these people know and see the new money already. Now, these are the people that should be having this money in circulation, but no, it is this other set of people, the politicians, that have this money largely in circulation. We'll get to that video. We'll get to that video. Let's see what else is happening in our country. So we have visitors. I tell you that we would have experienced a boom in our economy because people are willing to come back home and vote, and also use the yellow to meet with family, friends. But it's a good time for everybody to come back and be involved. But while some are staying back, the others that dare to come back, you have all nice reports like this. Yeah, says Germany-based Nigerian man reveals the welcome he got after being away for 4 years. And I tell you, this is rather disheartening. But let's take the comments to see what Nigerians are saying about this. This is by Big Via. Okay, Big J Oko Toye says nothing will happen until they do it to one politician or someone related to a politician. Government officials will see posts like this but ignore. And this is from Tonya Graham says, but how is it that everyone complains about this and nothing is being done? How long would this continue? Or are we now supposed to have a camera on our bags slash luggage? This is from Belinda Oma says, so many people keep complaining yet nothing is done. The authorities are just a joke. This is from this one came with sarcasm says, if remain make them carry the whole bag, shake my head. It is as it is now, I am scared of traveling with many valuables. People are complaining. Lots of people have been complaining about this. Another time, one time, this OAP says she has been away from the country for some time, and I think a year she said she went for a rest, and after a year coming back to the country, that happened, and she was saying, "What a way to be welcomed back into my country." And now I'm bringing this up because this is like the third time I'm saying this, and I will not say I'm calling out the government right now. I am saying be careful out there. You're coming in. As somebody said, even wrapped bags and how even wrapped bags are being robbed too, Somebody said if wrapped bags are being robbed, that means it is not safe at all, and it has gotten to them. This is it. At this point, the government already should be saying something about this, but I am talking to each and every one of you out there. Be careful when you're coming. How then are you then mindful of the things that you put in your luggage? How else are you then? Are you supposed to travel? So I beg, I am calling out the government to do the needful, the airport authorities to do the needful. They should all do the needful. Wow, how else is somebody? Where are they supposed to keep valuables? Personal items, where are they supposed to keep it, since there are restrictions on hand luggages and all, and on hand luggage and all that? All right, but please be careful, be mindful of the things that you keep saying, that lots are being picked at this point. Okay, we'll move on to another story. So good news, yes, good news. Good news, good news, good news, good news happening right here in Lagos. Lagos Blue Rail Line ready for operation. This is good news. This project has taken this has been since the 90s. This project has been on since the 90s, and it has met so many governors. It has been an abandoned project, but I guess why lots of commendations, would go to Sanwo-Olu is because he brought this project. He made this project see the light of day. This is just the first one. More to come, and this will help. I will not say, I will say, yeah, hopefully this will help curb the insane traffic that we encounter over this part of Lagos. So this is good news. This is good news to the people of Lagos. Cheers to Sanwo-Olu. Let us have more of this. And Lagos is the first state, to own an establishment like this. So good things. And to think that this is only the first one, I hope that Sanwo-Olu will be able to, do much more. We'll be able to accomplish much more before if he gets the bid for the second time. If he gets the bid for the second time. All right, let's move on to so I said, okay, before we move on to that story, let's talk to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, how you doing? It's good to have you back here with me. What's up, Brother Nice?
Yeah, I'm fine. I thought you have already forgotten me. So I just see me, I just quietly look. No.
But a nice, no, never. It's good to have you on here. It's good to have you. So, how do you feel hearing your president saying again and again that, I cannot even wait to just dump all this presidency thing and move on? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, but when I saw it, I was just smiling. I was just laughing. I said, this man is not serious. You know. My question: what has he come to do in presidency in the first place? Wetin make am first come contest to be a president of Nigeria in the first place? So he just decide to come contest for election to cause chaos in Nigeria, then go back. Then after 8 years, tell Nigerians that I cannot, I can't, I'm in age to leave power. Eh? Me, I never see where somebody go just dey hungry for power, just to come there, not to improve the life of the people, but just to cause chaos and go out of power. And the kind of thing where you can do with that. Now he's telling us that he's eager to leave, to go back to Dara. Why did you come from Dara in the first place? Eh? Let people that can manage the nation, let people that understand power, let them be there. No, you come there to cause barrier. Then you come now, you cause chaos all over the country now. Then you are eager to leave. Continue, Miss Ima.
All right, brother. Nice. Thank you for your submission down there. Now, I'm hoping this does not become a trend. I'm hoping this does not become a trend. Good afternoon to you, Mary Kimade. How you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. So, there's something called Kenyan First Daughter. The president of Kenya, his daughter, has started something called. She has opened an office known as the First Daughter's Office. And Africa, we know 1 year story. I'm hoping that we don't get to hear any of that in Nigeria, or it doesn't become a thing over here. But let's hear her introduce herself, her team, and let's also I don't know if the people were laughing at her, or if I don't know what. Let's just watch this video and then we'll react to it afterwards.
Introduce quickly my team from Kenya. So I'll start with the back. So this is Mike Sagana. He's one of my team members. He's a politician and he's my principal advisor in my team. And this is Jermaine Momanyi. He's the head of trade and investments at the Office of the First Daughter. And this is
I don't know if those people were just, applauding her for the bravery or for the wise, having to put that together, or that's them mocking her and just clapping because she's the president's daughter and they cannot do any more thing. But nice, you think this is a good initiative? How do you even react to this office of the first daughter thing in Africa?
I don't even understand that video. Office of a the first daughter of a president. For what? Which office is that?
But nice, you don't understand that video.
I don't understand that that video and the meaning of office of first daughter of the president. I don't understand what that means.
Yes, you have the first lady, then you have the first daughter. So there's an office officially for that. There's the office of the first daughter. She's the president's daughter, and the first daughter, as they are
So
called. But now she has an office.
what in that office go what is the function of the office?
You just heard her introduce her team. She has a team of people. I don't know how that is supposed to thrive, or if this should even be acceptable in the first place. But my concern is very much that I hope we don't begin to hear this over here at home, because Nadia Wahala go come deal.
I tell you, these people are introducing new things every day. office of first daughter of president. I never hear that one before for any country. You understand? Now only Africa, now they see all those kind of things. So now you want to do power tussle with the father now I've been awaiting.
I'm sure she'll be having her
So
own contract, having her own project to execute, and and all of that. And maybe she'll be able to even deliver. But I mean, office of the first daughter, then we'll have office of the first son, and hopefully we don't have office of the first grandchild and all of that. I think they should just rest. Africa, let's grow. Let's grow in other ways than in things like this. I think we have Bella
Bella
Naomi in the.
Naomi, Sister
Yes,
Bella
Bella Naomi,
Naomi,
how you doing?
where have you been? Where you day? Eh? Where you day? We don't see you for comment section again. Where you tell us where you day?
I'm
I
sure she
greet
came to
greet you to
Nigeria. Came to Nigeria and she just abandoned all of us. Bella Naomi, it's good to have you on the broadcast. It's good to have you. Click on the link and come and talk to us. We'd like to hear from you. How are you? Thank you for being on this broadcast. Thank you. All right, so
Missima,
let's
to be Missima, to be frank, um, Africa need to do things differently. All those things they are doing, it does not make sense. You understand? They are just joking with the life of Africans and the resources of the nation. You understand? This elite of Africa. This kind of thing cannot happen in a civilized world. It won't happen. Even a wife of a president here, it's very difficult for you to see them. How much more a daughter of a president having her own office? For what? Is she the one the nation elect? They should grow. I don't you understand. Now only two Naija they support this kind of people because he love Africa so much. Thank you.
all right, brother. Nice. Thank you to Bella Naomi. You have been fondly missed. We miss you, Scatter. We miss you well. How are you? How's Nigeria treating you? All right, it's good to have you here. Thank you for saying something, Bella Naomi. Mr. Kennedy, how you doing? I know you're also in Nigeria. How are you doing? How is Nigeria? All right, it's good to have you all back home, and I hope your stay here will be very impactful. Thank you for reaching out to us, Bella Naomi. Thank you very much. All right, so we know this saga going on with Godwin Emefiele, the CBN governor right now, and with the old monetary policy that is dancing around. Emefiele has refused to appear before the Senate, the reps, to answer the questions. I mean, I don't see any harm in going there and answering the questions. The things that would be asked are, the policies that you've put in place. All they want is for you to just question you, of course, to thoroughly question you to be sure that you are doing the right thing. But I don't understand how you're questioning someone that has this policy implemented already. So if there's that's going back. All right, but Emefiele has refused to appear before the House. He has until tomorrow, Thursday, the 22nd of December, as their house will be closing for the year in no time on that day. And so they need him to appear by all means, or sends the deputy a rep. But somebody has to say something to the house. Somebody needs to say something as to what's happening over there. And now, while that is going on, we know that the reps also have kicked strongly against the cash withdrawal limit. They've strongly kicked against it. CUPP has also said before time that some bodies were planning to get Emefiele out of office because of these new monetary policies that is setting in place, because it will not favor them, and because it will affect money politics that has been a norm. Money politics, let me give you an example of money politics. That would be like on the election day, Tinubu having bullion vans in his apartment. I mean, those bullion vans were not looking for parking space. They went filled with its content. All right. And also to curtail vote buying and the likes. Now, why we are wondering why I said the other day that I don't think Godwin Emefiele should be arrested right now. It doesn't look like a good time. It looks like there's a bigger propaganda that is about to be played out, because everybody, nobody seems to know about the monetary plans or the policies aside for the president, who would always come out and say, he has my support, he has my backing, I know about this. Or you will see in the papers that Emefiele has gone to Castina Daura to go and meet the president to discuss something. So, all of this, has brought us to this. And while we were trying to wrap our head and, should Emefiele be arrested? Is there a coup? Is there, a propaganda playing out? Are the money lords trying to get him out so that they would have their way and all of that? And let me take your memory back a little. Let's just juggle those memory of yours. The other day, sometime last week, we had in the papers Emefiele saying barely 20 hours, barely 10 hours after disbursement of the new naira began, it was said that there was no money. It was finished, and the CBN governor came out saying he was confused at the scarcity because of the amounts that was pushed out should not be out at that point. And with traders, local vendors saying that they do not know the money, it means that this money are not even in the hands of people that use it day to day. This money, they are in the hands of the people that have gone to stash it. And then the surface, a video surface. Yes, please let me finish with a nice talk to you.
All right.
And then a video surfaced yesterday of what looks like a town hall meeting with disabled. I think that was it. Or okay, or either I'm mixing it up with the meeting that Labour presidential candidate had. All right, so what that it looks like that it was a presidential candidate, even his vice, that is Tinubu and Shetima, and we saw how they signaled for. I tell you what looks like that money was in a bag. Now, the size of the bag is what the camera did not capture, because that person had to move, or the money was taken from somewhere and given, and you would know it was just packed from a from a stash, because it was just squeezed out and handed out to the person. But I think I should allow you Nigerians to be the judge. We'll be having that video played in a minute. But Anais, before the video is played, you wanted to say something.
Yeah. What I want to say is that what you just a statement you made right now. That is what I said. I think it was last week. I'll be but day before yesterday or something like that. I told you that money went to individuals' hands. It's not in circulation. That is why people are not familiar with that money. You understand? So that Emefiele need to be questioned. You understand? How can money that is not circulating? How come you guys run out of that kind of money? How? So that's the thing I said the last time.
Not just Emefiele, what of the bank managers? The bank managers, these are the people that we should be questioning. The other day I told you I was at a wedding on Saturday, and this new naira I had not even seen. The money hawkers, they had it. They had it at the wedding. They were selling it already. And you have the woman, look at their bookie that they bought something from. You know, we collect the money because you don't know the money. So this money goes back to the bank, and they're giving it back to the mint, to the money hawkers, or they're giving it back to the likes of the politicians and the ones who are affected by this. Now, the other lady I shared, the media personality that said she went to use the ATM and that money, the new naira was disbursed, and the manager said, "Go and try it." And she jokingly said, "Is this jollof rice that I'm going to try?" Or not to her that they know what they are doing. She said she has been with that money. Nobody is collecting the money from her. She's hungry. She needs to buy something to eat, but nobody's collecting the money from her. She went on to make a video to that effect. Let's watch this video, and then we take the submission. Mr. Andrew, it's good to have you on here. Good day to you too, and thank you for being here. Please do also like this broadcast, do also share. Let us watch this video and analyze it. We'll take submission afterwards.
Now you have seen the president of the people. by the grace of God, the incoming president of the people. Thank you very much.
So if that is a presidential aspirant doing that, and in a time where we are clamoring for a better Nigeria, a free and fair Nigeria, how then are we? This is the same person that refused to sign the peace pact. How then are we? Is this person assuring us that we are going to have a credible election, a free and fair election? And the president has to do much more because this is his party man that is doing this, knowing that they have an upper hand as the ruling party. The president has to do just much more than assuring us in paper that is going to leave behind a legacy of a free and fair election. That's video clearly. That is the new narrative that is out there that they already have and they are using. INEC already said, and even the banks already said, IGP, everyone has said that go and open accounts for your statesmen and do transfer. These are the same people that are fighting everything that Emefiele is putting in order right now. That is one of the reasons why I say Emefiele cannot be arrested right now, because these policies are good. And we know, see, one of the ways to know good policies are when the politicians, our lawmakers, our governors are fighting it. That's when you know a good policy. Unfortunately, that's just how it is in Nigeria. And these are the lawmakers. It's saddening, but this is it. And you have people still, go on and vote for this party, and they say they want a better Nigeria. Brother Nice, how do you react to this? Are you just seeing this video, or what was your first reaction to the video when you saw it?
I'm just seeing the video right now, so I don't even see anything. It's not too clear to me. I don't know if somebody is disbursing money or something like that. The video
Oh,
was
I
not too clear.
I don't know how that video is not clear to you, but that's a video. That's Shetima and Tinubu sitting down, and there is another person in between them. Shetima, after looking around, to be sure that the coast was clear. I wish, I wish you could see that video. Take out time, check on the internet. You see the video and analyze it very well. We'll be having more of this during the evening broadcast. Excuse me. So Shetima took his time to look around before to be sure that the coast was clear. Then signaled to the police escorts behind to get the money. That one did and gave the money to Tinubu. Tinubu collected the money. He thought it was quick enough, not knowing that the camera caught everything. Quickly gave the money, squeezed the money into the person's hand, and the man also quickly squeezed the money, trying to hide the money from, I'm sure, from the camera. But unfortunately, APC has been dead quiet about this, as usual, to be quiet about this and, let it just go down the way. But I hope that Nigerians will see this and know that this is only just the beginning of our resources, of our already looted treasury, and many much more, if we dare go for someone who is already, doing handshake under the table with electorates. All right, brother Nice, that's as much as I can analyze that video, but I hope you take out time to also watch that video.
Yeah, this is the kind of people Nigerians like to be their president. The people that can give them, squeeze money into their hands, as far they are hungry. So those are the kind of people Nigerians like to vote into power. So it's a pity anyway. Don't have much to say about that. That is the kind of politics we see in Africa every day. Politics of money. They have to buy their way into power. At the end of the day, they will spend 8 years to recover that money back. That is why you cannot see the impact of a development in the life of the people and in the nation, because those people, the time they will spend in power, they will use it to to get back the money they spent in their election. You know, more than that, because they won't even spend out of the money that will get back. You understand? So that is just the truth. This is the reason why Tinubu want to die for presidency, because he want to the one he has, he want to spend it during this election to buy his way to that place, so that he can gather enough as possible. He want to gather enough as possible, so that all his grandchildren, all of them will die and leave the money, and some of them will rust in the containers. You know, so that is how we see it, my sister, because it just Nigerian situation makes someone speechless. You know, nobody is questioning anybody. Nobody. Buhari will tell me that he has not seen this video. You know, someone that said he's fighting corruption. Nigerians, nobody can talk right now. If you react now, if you protest, you don't have the right. Nigerians don't have right to protest anymore. The right of civil protest now in Nigeria is already they have already stripped it from Nigeria. You know, no Nigerians has the courage not to protest for anything that is going wrong in the country. Eh? The only thing they will do, they will send their military and to go to kill them. You know, so this is where we find ourselves now. You know, I don't know what is going to happen next if Buhari leave and Tinubu become the president of Nigeria, or Atiku. It's going to be very deep. It's going to be very worst. It's going to be worst in Nigeria. I know that this fight is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, because the reason why it's going to be very tough is because this Obi movement challenging the power that be, you know, the two evil power that has been there for decades. If it's only one now, it could have been easy. Maybe we are fighting like APC alone, but fighting APC and PDP at the same time with just a new party like this, it's not easy. So if Peter Obi win, you just know that it's just that God have already said it, and it has ordained it that Peter Obi will be the president of Nigeria. Because these people, as Tinubu is doing his own now, Atiku is busy doing his own. You know, so they are doing their own, unleashing talks. Have you seen during this few period now? You see how many Labour Party this thing, Labour Party's people that these people have already assassinated. Have you heard of that kind of thing in other parties since then? Have you heard that some members of APC or PDP has already assassinated by Labour Party? No. So the threat, the ones they see as their enemy now is Labour Party. So they are doing everything to take out all the people that is making that party, the people that is standing for the party. So they are doing everything to take those people out, you know. So that is why Peter Obi need to beef up his security. He has to beef up his security, because these people now, they are trying to take out the key people in Labour Party, you know. So Peter Obi don't need to play with his security right now, because these people, they are on rampage, APC and PDP. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, brother. Nice. Thank you for your submission. Okay, Mr. Chubuzo, how you doing? Good day to you, sir. Good to have you on here.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Emma. Brother Nice, good day to you. I didn't see the clip actually, but the little that Brother Nice just explained there. You see, you can see what I'm trying to let people know, that there is a lot of changes coming to Nigeria. If Tinubu can be able, no matter what they are doing, they are trying to exercise their muscle as the people like they are into the race because they will not be sleeping and all these things are passing by them. So what is happening is, yeah, I don't know if you listen when Tinubu was shouting the name of Buhari, when he was saying, Buhari, Buhari, change the system. What does that show you? Any person who understands uh, 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 the politics of Nigeria can see that a lot is coming to change, because I don't see the reason why Tinubu will open his mouth and ask Buhari to change the system, because he knows that the system cannot favor him, and that is why he's shouting Buhari to change it. So whatever they are doing, money politics, and this is what Buhari does not want. All kind of atrocity they have committed for a very long time. So, and this is what Buhari have seen. I don't know about him because he's a diabolical person. I don't too much trust in him and the wife. They are also diabolical. You don't even know when they are speaking the truth, or when they mean it, or when they don't mean it. But the way the politics of Nigeria is going today, you can see a lot of things is coming. A lot of things is coming to change. So whatever they are trying to, do behind closed door, it's a traditional way them doing their politics. There's no more rigging. They have phone INEC. INEC is telling you that they are under pressure. The INEC is telling them that, well, we are going ahead with the current law they have signed. So it doesn't favor them. So there is that change that they are not comfortable with, and that is why you see money exchanging hand where and there, and it's not. I don't think that this election is going on their favor, and that is why you see they are trying to, do all kind of things to make sure that they win this election. But look at P2B. P2B doesn't spend money. When you look at his the kind of rally and campaign he's doing, he's not interested in money politics, and people are rallying around for him. People are spending money for him. So, and these people are busy spending their own earned cash. So, if there is a trouble they are feeling right now, it's not going to favor them anyway, and I believe it's not going to favor them. So they will try all they can, but the election is not on their favor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chubuzo. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Femi Bash, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. Okay, you're saying good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. No, I did not. I am not resident in Akwa Ibom State. So I missed out on that. But it's good to have you on here. And Andrew, okay, I look forward to you joining us on the broadcast someday soon. Thank you very much, Mr. Naija. It's good to have you on the broadcast. How you doing? Let's have your submission, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Emma, and greetings to everyone on the panel and the viewers. Yeah, Buhari wanting to leave office. I guess that one is getting old now. I think at this rate he's gonna open a choir so that they start singing from this thing, and so that everybody knows he wants to leave office. But that video that was shared is quite damaging. For specific reasons. Tinubu is associated with that kind of politics, corruption, buying votes and all stuff like that. And then you have a video of him giving out money. And not just giving out money openly, giving out money in a shady way. Oh my God. This is a joke, man. This is just, you can't even make it up.
Like clearly there's been a court. Clearly. Need to see the sneakiness on Chetima. Oh my God. That man,
the guy, I've never seen a worse candidate ever as Tinubu. I don't know. I can't even believe people are even bothering with this guy. He's a terrible, terrible candidate. Jesus. Look at how many things he's done in the last 2 weeks alone. He's just getting worse and worse and worse. He's giving money, slurring his speeches, giving questions to other people, all kinds of craziness. And I think it's desperation now. Desperation time is what they are facing now. And in all that accusation, people, level against Tinubu's campaign that people are just taking their money and all the rest. Look at that. Just look at the video. You just can't make it up, especially if that was recent. Because I hope it's not like 5 years ago or something like that. This is recent event. My God, that is extremely damaging. And even people, some of the ones that are supporting him, but that's going to cost him at least 2-3% of his votes. That kind of video. Because anybody that sees that, you can't pretend as if you don't see the corruption right in your face. Because if it was so open, why are they not doing it openly? Why is he doing it in a shady way? And and I don't know whether there is some element of authorities that can step in and ask, okay, why? What was that money for? But again, they can easily explain it away. So that is not it's a dead end from that point of view. But clear.
If it wasn't questioned as to what 2 billion vans were doing at his Ikoyi apartment, then I don't see how it's going to be questioned for this.
They came to take Gary now. Are you going to force him? They come and carry Gary out of the house because they have too much to deliver. So all kinds of stuff they will make excuses for. The point is, these will have power and they are wielding it. You can see the way they are going after the CBN chair governor. They are going after all kinds of institutions. People are getting judged all over the place. There's a war going on at the top, and the people like Tinubu and Atiku, they are losing it. They are losing it, and every day their credibility is coming down. If they are so sure, why are they not carrying out polls themselves? That the polls are showing that the P2B campaign is doing way better than them, and they know it. And I guess the only thing that needs to be done is for the Obi campaign to keep pushing forward with the clean agenda, trying to clean up government in terms of corruption, trying to do the right thing by the economy and all those things, and push hard and just keep going. Because these people, they are all going to create distractions. All his supporters are going to create distractions, and all Obi supporters need to do now. And in a way, I said this before, that by the ending of November 1, I should be able to have an idea of what the trajectory is. And right now, I believe the trajectory is in favor of what's his name, Peter Obi, because everything is just working in his favor. Atiku is basically voting for him at this rate because he can't make it up. Tinubu is doing everything to give him the vote. I've never seen a campaign this terrible on both sides that are supposed to be the people challenging someone like Peter Obi, that is a newcomer. Because the two parties made a catastrophic mistake. I said it then, and it's showing now. A catastrophic mistake to select those two. They are the two worst candidates you can select in the country. They've had their time. And now the consequences are beginning to flow through. And Peter Obi should be able to win this election without a lot of trouble. Except, of course, Nigeria, they will always figure something out. So, but for me, my prediction now is that Peter Obi is going to go on to win this election. Regarding this thing, their ability to cheat, that too has been taken away from them. That's why Peter Obi is going to win. They can't cheat as the way they used to before. They know that. I said it the other day. You can't cheat in this election. It's so hard to cheat because after the vote has been carried out, they can still check the results. They can still check the results according to how people actually voted, because you can just take sample, just like any self-respecting quality assurance officer can do. Take samples of the vote, go and verify with the voters what they actually voted. And if you find that maybe 30% of them is showing wrong votes, you know that the election has been hijacked. You see what I mean? So you can do quality checks more easily with this electoral system that is in place. So they know they are desperate. The only power they have is to buy the PVCs. I think somebody mentioned it earlier on, sometime in one other discussion, that they are also looking to buy the PVCs of the voters. In other words, preventing certain voters from voting. I tell them, good luck trying to buy PVC of Southeast voters. They are not going to give you their PVC. So their options are limited, and CBN is strangulating them too. Buhari is not lending them full support. He's there begging Buhari to do. No, Buhari is not going to lend him support. Buhari is clearly against Tinubu. It's not even it's not even open. It's an open wound, because this is a guy that is supposed to be inheriting Buhari's seat from the same party, not coming out openly to endorse Tinubu and campaigning for him rigorously. He's not doing it. That is not how it is done. You saw how Obama campaigned for this thing when some other person wanted to come into office. Was it Hillary Clinton? That's what you do. You endorse endorse her, this is the person that is coming after you, but this Buhari is not doing anything. And guess what? Tinubu doesn't want to dare Buhari, because if he dares Buhari, that's the end. Because Buhari has a lot of votes in the north, from what I gather. And if he comes out only to challenge Buhari, that will be the end. His election is over. This is why you're not seeing openly coming out to challenge Buhari. So this is a very encouraging time. But I exercise caution. There's nothing as completed until it is completed. Until that vote has been counted, INEC has announced the results. It's not done. The Obi supporters have to remain focused and have to be winning supporters over. Like this type of video now, go and show people that are supporting Tinubu. Tell them, look at your guy. This is the guy we want to vote for. He's not well. He's bribing. He's full of all kinds of shady deals everywhere. This is the kind of person you want to vote for. And you're not even voting for him. Look at him. The Shatima that has already taken over security. He's the one standing next to him and flagging for police officer to bring currency to him. This is a shambles. I don't even know why they are even allowed to run. It's just a shambles. What can I say? It is Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Naija, thank you for your submission. Before we go on, Brother Nice has a question for you. Brother Nice, let's have it, please.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Naija, you said Buhari will not stand for Tinubu, that Tinubu cannot dare Buhari, that Buhari is not in Tinubu's side. Yes. I will call on you to go and watch the BBC interview after when Buhari met with the king. After the meeting with the king, then BBC interview Buhari. Go and listen to what Buhari said. I don't just want to explain to you. I will want you to see that video by yourself. Let me just brief you a bit what he said when the man asked him a question. He said, I'm going to stand with my party. My party will win. That is what he told the CNN man. He said, everybody knows Tinubu very well, the candidate. He said he's a strong politician and everybody knew him. So he said, definitely, Tinubu will win. So now they come here, they tell us another thing, contrary to what Buhari they do. You understand?
So no. My point is that you call that an endorsement. That's what you don't. That's what you call an endorsement. That is not an endorsement,
brother. It's endorsement. What he said. So Buhari. Let me tell you something. Buhari, anything where he tell you for math, now waiting he don't already want to do. That's Buhari for you. So nothing.
But what did he say? That did he say that you should support him?
Anything contrary to what he talk. Nothing come.
But what you just said was that he was just spelling out a fact. He didn't go full-throated and say this guy is a very good candidate. He's going to make sure that Nigeria does very well. He didn't try to describe any good qualities. He just said it's a human being. And then he goes on to say he's going to make sure that the election is fair and fair.
Just said right now. Just go and watch the video, please.
I will watch it. I will watch it and I will see it. And at the same time, I can tell you right now, what's his name? Buhari was full-throatedly in support of Tinubu. You will know it by now. This is not how you support a candidate. A candidate from your party that's supposed to take over after after you. You should be coming out openly to campaign for him. You should be coming out openly to endorse him constantly. Doing that, telling people this is the man for you. That is how it is done. But Tinubu is not getting that from this Buhari. Buhari is hands off. Literally, okay, just as much as he said what he said there, he also went on to say Nigerians should vote for whoever they like. Who says that? What kind of party says that? You have to say they should vote for your party. And to be fair to Buhari,
that one is just say right now. That one is just a sweet talk. Is a sweet talk. That one he said vote for any candidate you want to vote for. That one is sweet talk. What Buhari want to do is different. You understand? So Buhari cannot deceive me. He can deceive his people.
You see, you're over. You see, something that you have to learn to take yes for an answer. I just told you this is not how it is done, and you know it yourself. If somebody wants to inherit your seat, and you want that person to desperately win, do you think this is how you will be behaving towards the person you want to win? You won't. You will be coming out every day helping that person. You will see, everybody will see the signs that Buhari is doing everything. If anything, is the opposite. Look at what the CBN is doing in collusion with Buhari. Everything the CBN is doing is in collusion with Buhari. They even excluded the finance minister. Why do you think Buhari is doing that? Because he likes Tinubu too much. Tinubu that is busy sharing money even in front of camera, that video that you just watched just now. He doesn't like those things. He doesn't like Tinubu. In short, all the elites, Babangida, this Obasanjo, all of them are already saying they don't want this candidate. What makes you think Buhari is different from them? Buhari is a former head of state too. He's not different from them.
Mr. Naija, if you believe that Buhari will do contrary to what he said, election is just by the corner. Let's watch and see. We all did together for this platform.
You will see. You will be surprised. See, he may not come out openly. Let me tell you something. How these people do it, because I've seen it with Hillary Clinton and Obama and all kinds of campaigns. I've watched all kinds of Western election cycles. The way they do it is they may not come out openly to say, okay, vote for some other person, but their support for that person will be lukewarm. They will not come out full-throatedly to support the person. When you know they can do it, they'll choose not to, because they don't want to taint themselves. They don't like the person for whatever reason. This is how it is done. You're not going to explain to say vote against Tinubu, because if you say vote against Tinubu, you are telling people to vote against PC. There are a lot of governors that what's his name? Buhari is not against. There are a lot of assembly members Buhari that is in his party. Why would he want them to lose office? But he doesn't also want to support Tinubu head on. That's how you know that there is a friction between both sides. It's not only his words. Don't even follow his words. Follow his actions. The things that he's doing with the CBN. The things that he's doing with the military. They are not using it to help Tinubu in any way. And if he wanted Tinubu to win, he'll be using all the instruments of state to assist Tinubu. You know they can do it.
Listen, the only thing, me, I'm not a fan of Buhari. I said it. And the only thing I appreciate Buhari for is that electoral act that he signed to make it not to be possible for them to ring the election. That is the only thing I would say. I thank him for it the last time for that. You understand? With that electoral act.
Why do you think he does it? You think he's thinking about Tinubu's welfare? You know Tinubu is a con man. He knows Tinubu will want to rig the election. Why do you think he did that?
For that, I don't give any guarantee. He did it with pressure. It's not because of anybody. Because Nigeria pressured him to do that. He was reluctant to sign it. You know how many times they asked him? You understand? When Nigeria met pressure on him because of this ringing, that is not late. He later decided to do it. So that man knows what he's doing.
No, the change he requested was made. He requested a change in that electoral bill. I remember during that period when they were going to and fro. He requested this change, and the change was made, and so he passed it through. And I think the reason why he opposed it was something to do with ability of parties to be able to form bigger groups against an already big party. Because he was saying that if that election law initially went through, people like him would not have made it into office, because they had to come together with smaller parties to form a bigger party. Something like that. That's what he was saying, and that stuff was removed. And guess what? That same kind of provision is also helping Peter Obi right now, because smaller parties have a slightly more say in what is happening, because they can band together and form a bigger entity to challenge the established parties.
Mr. Naija, I disagree with you on that. I quite disagree with you, because if you watch in Imo State, what happened in Imo State, why they said Opozodema did not win that election, because, the number 1, number 2, number 3, the number 2 and number 3 collided because they said they were not interested. So the vote went to Hope Uzodinma. That is how they get the margin for Hope Uzodinma to go through. So for Buhari issue, if like he went for that electoral that electoral act was signed, whether you are a smaller party or a bigger party, as far as you have the margin, it doesn't matter. Like Labour Party is a smaller party, but what happened today? They became a bigger party because of the margin they are trying to get right now. So if they get the majority, they win the election. It doesn't mean whether you are a bigger party or not. So it happened on this time around that Buhari came and studied the electoral law. It took him time because you know the consequences. But at the end of the day, the pressure the Nigerians they mount, then he have to give up because after all, this is his last time. He got no interest anymore in Nigerian politics in anywhere. He got no more interest. So he have to sign it to make sure the election went free and fair. And don't forget that before he signed that electoral act, he was not just alone. There was a lot of pressure, both from outside the country and within the Nigerian society, giving him this pressure so that he can be able to stabilize Nigeria. Because he can see that Nigeria, without this electoral act, a lot of fraud will still continue going in. So he signed it to just make sure that there is a kind of legitimacy in this election. That's why he signed it. He did not just sign it because he's a majority or minority party. Yeah, that's what I want to just say.
I feel like maybe the fact that they changed the provision enabled him to sign it because he was concerned that he too wouldn't have made it to office. I'm not sure, to be fair, I'm not sure whether in reality what I care either way where that law went, because he was just using his own experience to describe that he likes the idea that smaller parties can band together easily to detail. This is one of the reasons why they are saying Kwakwaso should collapse his campaign and all that sort of stuff. This is why that type of rule is what allows it to happen. Like in the case of the UK now, you can't just collapse your party. This thing, you can have like side deals where you tell the other candidate,
All
the
right,
other party
Mr.
not to stand,
Naija. Thank
and
you,
you
thank
allow
you,
another
thank
party to
you,
stand.
thank you. All right, Mr. Tunanja, thank you for your submission. Thank you to each and every one of you also for your submission. Thank you for joining us today on the chat. As I said earlier on, we will not be running our usual time on here. It's going to be very brief. But a big shout out to you, Goluwaga Laditi. It's good to have you. It's been long, Goluwaga. Where have you been? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you very much. Thank you to Femi Bash. Femi Bash, how you doing? Thank you for being on this broadcast with us. Thank you, Andrew Bella Naomi. Good to have you on here with us, dear sister. Please put your mic on mute, please. Thank you. Mary Kimade, thank you for being here. Yiksha, thank you for being here. Each and every one of you, a big, 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 big thank you. To my panelists, I will come to you so you can give your final submission on the broadcast. But I wanted us to touch on Godwin Emefiele. We seem not to have touched on that on the broadcast. Do you think now are you for the move that he should okay, there are charges against him on financing terrorism, which was not and the evidence brought did not hold water. So the judge threw it out and said, if you are going to come with that, you have to come with hardcore evidence and all that for that to be attended to. Now, looking at all of these things holistically, you think that yes, it's about time that Godwin Emefiele faces the law, or you think it is a propaganda because of the money policies? This will be your final submission. Brother Nice, please, let's have you.
Yeah, for now is a alleged, is an alleged, all those allegations, but he's found guilty. You understand? So I will not speak much on that. But for me, for my opinion, Emefiele should be investigated. Then for that terrorist issue that they said is financing terrorists, I don't know what we bind an Igbo man with a terrorist. You understand? So that one is that case is left for the judge to decide. You understand? So that one is a big to me it's like a propaganda anyway. When they said is financing terrorists, all those Fulani men that is in Dubai, that Dubai told us that is financing terrorists. They did not accuse those ones. Eh? All those ones that is scattered all over the world, that is financing them from all over the Arab countries, Saudi Arabia. They did not accuse those ones. Instead of them to hold a Mifele concerning the policy about this Naira policy, this thing, currency, they should hold him. The issue come to explain to us how they run out of Naira note, the new Naira note. That's what they're supposed to be telling us, not bringing another case to contradict what is on ground. You understand? So that one is left for justice. They should come with as justice said, they should come with proof if they have any proof. Let them take him to court and let the law take its place. That's all. That's all I have to say, Ms. Sima. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your submission. But let's also bear in mind that if for any reason, okay, without proof, without hardcore proof, Emefiele exits the stage right now, there are chances with the backlash, and everything on this that they might, want to undo the old monetary policy right now that is set to be for our own good, or that looks that is perceived to be for our own good and for our own interest. Mr. Chibuzo, let's have you give your submission to this.
Yeah, Miss Hima, what happened with MFLA is just something, Nigerians like to guess. They don't have facts. They just, talk. I don't know the reason why we have even this DSS. They don't make investigation. They just lay allegation. The kind of agencies we have in Nigeria, they convict people with fairy stories. They don't have facts, So what I'm saying there is just like Brother Knight said, before you prosecute somebody or going that far, like a high profile like Methane, it's not somebody you just go to the national television, you just accuse. You have to go underground first, get all the data about him, know how he make moves. Then when you accuse him, you know that you're accusing him for good. It's not a spirit. Is a completely transparent person. You can see and fish out at any given time. So I don't see this kind of propaganda. They are just laying against him. Financial terrorism. I don't know his own benefit. Don't forget that if this man is working in a financial institution, if you want to cripple Nigeria as we're talking now, they can send all the whole money to London and they vacate the job. He got no more interest. So why should they? What is the benefit of him financing terrorists? I don't see the reason. So who came with those kind of allegations should bring the facts on the ground before he make that kind of accusation. It's a kind of, let me say, it's a high profile person. It's not somebody you just see on the street and just say he's a tout or something. So, and you can see his position. Is a financial, is his position based on financial territory. These are people who print money. These are people who destroy money. So I don't see the reason why he will go and finance terrorism for whose interest? Is it because of Buhari interest or Shetima interest or Tinubu interest or Nigerian interest or his own interest? I don't see where those kind of things match. Those are just minor accusations. For Buhari issue supporting Tinubu, if I see, like I told you earlier, Buhari is a diabolical person. I don't take his word serious. He can say something, but another thing is happening on the ground. So people must be very careful with all the speeches that Buhari makes, because it's not somebody that you can give that credibility as he thinks that he is. I don't subscribe in his speech. They are very diabolical. They are junkie actually. You cannot trust them. These are people that you can't trust. They can do anything, speak something else, and do something behind. So we have to watch until this election carried out, and we see the outcome of it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chibuzo. Mr. Tonaija, to you, your final submission, please.
Metiele is innocent. I think they are just people are bitter. How can you see the accusation they are putting against Metiele is that Terrorists are paying money and withdrawing money, and he doesn't do anything to track them down and flag the transactions as suspicious. As if he thinks terrorists are, I don't know who is saying that, because they think that terrorists wire money one to each other. They tend to take money in cash. That's what they tend to do. Because if you send money in a wire transaction, you are revealing the person you are transferring the money to. It's easy to track. Even EFCC can be able to do that, not to mention DSS. So the accusation is just totally silly accusation, and the timing tells you that it's because of some of his policies that is hampering their ability to win the election the old way. That is what they don't like. I think the other that said this in Buhari was diabolical. Maybe there's some truth there, but you can also argue that it's obvious. Look at the humiliation that Tinubu heaped on him how many months ago, talking about how Buhari was crying and he made him president. And we all know Buhari preferred Osibanjo to succeed him, but Tinubu knocked Osibanjo's seat, beat Osibanjo's silly. And you think there is not going to be these consequences? This is the consequences you are seeing. So it's not so, for me, it's not so opaque. It's clear that Buhari is not going to be, falling over to support Tinubu. It's not going to happen. You see what I mean? So and it's a good thing for this in Peter Obi. Peter Obi, everything seems to be aligning for him as we speak today. We can't tell what happens. A week is a long time in politics, and this is why I say the supporters should never relent until the results are announced. As if I don't even relent after that until he's sworn in. Then you can say everything. Now we have accomplished it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Naija. Thank you for your submission. Thank you to everybody on the broadcast today. Thank you, each and every one of you. All of us has been amazing today. Thank you very much. Apologies for the timing today. It will be, you'll get better time next week. Do also join us every time, Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper review, and Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time for the chat. Do also join us Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time for discussions. Friday, 6 p.m. For debates. Do also turn on your notification bell so you get notified every time we go on live. And also, if you're watching the playback, it's good to have you here. Thank you very much. I just want to say, please take out time to like the broadcast before you exit. Thank you very much. And also take out time to support us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. Thank you very much. And if you would like to, right about now, take out time also to please support us by doing a direct transaction to our account number on the screen. Please engage it. Please do also have it written down somewhere close to your eyes and your heart. But please take out time to support us from time to time. It costs a lot to run all of this broadcast, but we do not take your time on here with us for granted. Neither do we take your donations over time with us for granted. And as we approach the season, I enjoy each and every one of you to please show love to people. Celebrate. Let it be an unusual Christmas. Do well to go all out for as many that cannot provide for themselves this period. Put a smile on someone's face. Thank you for joining me on this broadcast. I'll see you tomorrow for our newspaper review. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.